You are now listening to the Peter and Jake Talks Wrasslin podcast, a weekly review of Monday Night Raw and other wrestling-related topics. And here's your hosts, Peter Day and Jake Grandi.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
Buddha monks in the trunk.
Oh, shit. Turn the bass up. Hello, boys and girls. Look, I'm sitting here trying to be professional and shit over here, and I'm fucking up already. Hello, boys and girls. You are now listening and watching episode 82.
82.
It is 82. We got it all wrong last time. Of the Peter and Jake Talks Wrasslin podcast. I'm tired of shit.
I'm Jake. I'm all right. It's spring break for me this week, so I only have to go to work, so I'm doing all right.
Spring is in. Speaking of spring is in the motherfucking air, man.
Oh yeah, it's nice weather.
I threw on some shorts yesterday. I was like, oh man.
Hell yeah! Went on a little run this morning.
Your run?
Yeah. It's springtime, you gotta start running again. I hate the cold. I don't run in the winter, but I do run all throughout the spring through fall.
Run?
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, you were a distance runner.
Yeah, I ran for a few years. I ran in college. Definitely was really into it in high school, and I just kind of just do it. Tell myself I'm always gonna try to run a half marathon. I've done the mileage. I've just never looked into one and signed up.
I figure you'd be a little too high to be running.
Oh, I enjoy both of those immensely. It's kind of weird.
Do you run high?
No, afterwards, when you're sore. RVD actually did an interview today about how marijuana helps wrestlers.
It was like RVD yoga.
I don't know what it was, but he said...
You got DDP yoga. I guess he has his own RVD yoga going on over here.
It's like...
Puff and run.
Yeah, stretching. Just I don't know. It's just it relaxes the muscles after a run. Yeah, a little coffee
Obviously.
too.
I remember when I used to lift weights. I don't look it now, but drinking beer is the best thing you could do after it's the best thing you could do after lifting weights, after working out. It's so amazing. So
it's supposed to be healthy for you.
Yes.
Yeah, having a little beer. Miss Elizabeth actually, that was her famous workout routine.
No way.
Yeah, apparently she owned
Rest in peace.
Yeah, she owned a little gym, her and Lex Luger, and apparently she had a little cooler with beer in it for anyone who wanted to have just a little beer at the end of the workout.
She was the first Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was Stone Cold before Stone Cold. Stone Cold Elizabeth. So let's get into it, man.
Hell yeah.
Let's try to get in this motherfucker. Let's get it in an hour 15.
All right, let's shoot.
Let's try to get, but we ain't got to rush Raw. But this ain't fashion in the world.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're gonna try to make it 1:15. So hold it to us, people. Hold it to us. Best and the worst.
My best. I don't normally watch Impact, but I watched it because this was, I guess, Kurt Angle's last Impact. I'm gonna say that's my best because that means he's free of TNA. I mean, if he does want to do a match, he can do a match. WWE will let him, or maybe
Triple H can't stand his stupid ass. It's that simple.
Or he could do an indie or two, and then kind of just say farewell. I mean, I think as much as I liked his career, I definitely think it might be time to call it a quits. Call it a day.
Hey, lace up the boots.
Yeah.
Well, what do you call it when you put
him over.
Put the boots. Put away the boots.
Yeah. And he lost to Lashley, which I get. That's a good way to pass it on. A guy that has an MMA background and thing like that. Good way to pass it on in TNA to the next guy. I kind of enjoyed it. They had to TNA it up a little bit with the turn at the end, but I mean, what can you say? It is TNA.
I know nothing about TNA. Actually, someone hit me up at my Raw recap. He was like, "Do you review TNA?" I haven't responded back, but if you're listening or watching right now, I tried to watch TNA before, man, and it just didn't work for me. It's probably one of the least interested pieces of entertainment I've ever seen, and maybe I should give it another chance. Apparently, them on Pop is not doing too well.
I say they definitely have their moments, but I'm like you. I have a hard time watching it. But every now and then I'll hear something about it, or I'll just want to watch some wrestling, and I'll skim through it. And there's some good wrestling on it if you're looking for wrestling. But as far as episodic television, as they say nowadays, it's not it's nowhere. It's no Lucha Underground.
Who's the
for
dude?
sure.
Who's the dude that's from here? What's his name? He's the X Division champ.
Oh yeah, Trevor Lee.
See, I need to look. If I watch TNA, I should watch it for him at least. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's covered with North Carolina guys. Matt Hardy's the world champion. Trevor Lee's the X Division champion.
Never mind. I ain't watching that. Matt Hardy shouldn't be a champion of nothing. He shouldn't be like. He shouldn't even be champion of the fucking Dairy Queen, man. I mean that guy. It's like why? Why? Give me one reason why Matt Hardy should be world champion of anything.
I mean, it's not my promotion, but he's. I saw he did cut a little promo on the episode I saw, and it was okay. But I mean, as far as like I guess like top tier like stars in the Attitude Era, especially now with Kurt Angle gone, I mean like it's kind of like him and his brother.
I think it's time we get over the fucking Attitude Era for once, especially when you're dealing with network television. It's time to get over that.
I totally agree. Yeah, but I think that's just kind of been their MO from the beginning. It's kind of plagued them that they've been trying to get these stars from the WWE on their TV.
They got Brodus Clay.
Yeah.
They got Drew Galloway.
Well, yeah. Well, I would say there's those guys are okay because Drew Galloway and Brodus Clay are definitely big talents. I feel like they're good to be on your TV, especially Drew Galloway, as popular as they are in the UK.
Straight from 3MB. Well, like, it's hard to take them serious after that. I mean, like, the WWE didn't leave them much really to work with, you know?
Well, yeah, Brodus Clay is actually, he's like a serious character on Impact. He turned on EC3, I know, and he's like carrying Matt Hardy's baby around.
Okay, I think we talked enough about TNA for a fucking episode.
What's your best?
Well, you have a worst.
Oh, I do have a worst. The passing of Hayabusa, FMW legend, created tons of moves that people use, on Raw all the time now.
Just in wrestling in general.
Yeah, sure. And I used to get his VHSs at FYE all the time, FMW tapes. So it's kind of a bummer that he's passed away.
Well, the story is that like he had just overcome like some spinal damage, and he was able to get up and walk to the ring. And it was like that was like a huge accomplishment. All the wrestlers, everyone come out.
Well, he got paralyzed in the ring doing like a lion salt type maneuver.
The fucking rope broke.
It was something. I mean, if you watch it, it's there's a little clip of it that's kind of
Nathan.
popular.
Yeah, Nathan was like, he was coming off the rope and he was doing a lion salt or something, and the rope broke on his ass. So he came directly down on his head and on his neck and broke that shit. Yeah. It's like, whoa, man. Shout out to Nathan, New Day Podcast, every Monday around 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So my best, 4 months without a cigarette. Count them, 4 today, the 9th. I stopped November 9th of 2015. That was my birthday. That was my 38th birthday. Here we are, March 9th. March Madness.
Hell yeah.
Macho Madness. And I haven't had a single cigarette. That's awesome. Another good is the t-shirts. These things right here. And then, these little fucking things right here. I'm getting out there. I'm hustling and bustling like raindrops, baby. Hustling like raindrops. And I'm seeing some momentum right now with this shirt. The GSO City Element. I'm pretty happy about that. My worst, I don't have much of a worst, honestly. I don't. I think if I was to squeeze one out of my ass, nah, I'm good. I don't have any worse, really.
I have a secondary best, I'm going to have to say. Sunday, upset of the year, I'm going to say, in the NBA. The Lakers beat the Warriors. That was a beautiful, beautiful game.
Those guys are horrible with sub 500 teams. They've lost to Milwaukee. They've lost to Detroit. They've lost to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right? Crazy. And now they lose to the Lakers. I guess the only other team they have to lose to now is maybe Phoenix, right? Maybe Orlando, Like, let's run the fucking gauntlet. Because you talk about, I talk about them laying the smackdown on OKC.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Right?
I was expecting like they were like the Lakers were up about 10 points during like the whole
Twice.
second half, and I just assumed that like any moment now Steph Curry was just going to go off, because that's only about 4 threes for that guy.
Okay. If you were to say that Steph Curry is one player, one worker in wrestling, it could be WWE, it could be anybody. Who is Steph Curry?
That's a good one. Do you have a wrestling?
I kind of have one. have one
because I have to think about it.
I'm gonna say Ricochet, Prince Puma.
Okay.
Either no. Phoenix is even. Yeah, I'm going Phoenix. I'm throwing my cards in on Phoenix. He is the Phoenix of basketball.
How so? How do you
Of wrestling, sorry. Because Phoenix is the guy. Did you watch that match at Tables? It wasn't like it was a TLC match.
Mm-hmm.
What's the guy? The deer hunter.
Yeah. I forget, King Cuerno.
King Cuerno versus that in itself was like that was beautiful. It was a work of art. The guy out of nowhere he would attack you out of nowhere. You never saw it coming. Next thing you know, you land on your ass. The same with Steph Curry. His handles are nice. His jump shot is nice. His passing is nice. He moves well off the ball. Phoenix is the same way. He can sell. He can control a ring. He's a high flyer. He's a ground and pounder. And like when you least expect it, he'll pick your ass up and drop on your ass too. When you least expect it. So that's me. That's who I think Steph Curry is.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think you made some good points with Phoenix, Ricochet. Just I think like high flyer, but like can get it done as well. Wins matches. So I was thinking Kalisto, but that's too low on the card, so it was kind of hard to find him. I was thinking pretty much inside the box with WWE. I didn't think of. But yeah, those are some good ones. But spring is in the air. WrestleMania season is in the air, Peter.
Oh God, the road to Roadblock.
Yeah, we're running down the our personal 5 best WrestleMania moments here. Last week I had Goldust and Roddy Piper. You had The Rock and Hogan.
No, I had the Cash-In.
The Cash-In. That's right.
It's what's crazy about that? It's almost like Luther Vandross. In the black community, we don't call him Luther Vandross. We just call him Luther. That's all that matters. Just Luther. And I feel like the Cash-In, when you say the Cash-In, everyone knows. There's been how many Cash-Ins?
Over 10.
There's been over 10 Cash-Ins.
I think.
And none of them mean nothing compared. When you say the Cash-In.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 32.
Main event.
31. Fucking Seth Rollins cashes in. Like that's remarkable.
Hell yeah. Well, what's your number? What's your, not necessarily in order, but what's your number 4?
My number 4 is WrestleMania 3, Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man Randy Savage. And the thing that I remember the most about this match, because I was young as fuck, and my aunt sis, the one thing that I really remember more about this match than anything, and I had to watch it again like recently, and I was like, God damn, this guy's out of control. I just remember as a kid, and my aunt sis was like, they're going so fast. Why don't they slow down? They're going so fast. Like, I can't keep up. Like, she's going out of her mind, like, oh my God, if these guys don't slow the fuck down, I'm gonna lose my mind. And she wasn't enjoying it. She wasn't enjoying it at all. She thought they were moving too fast and not giving her enough time to really sink in what was actually happening with the match. So, as a kid, that rung was that it's something that stayed with me and until my later on in my life, and like seeing these high work rate matches now and just going like, wow, like those guys were onto something back then.
Yeah.
And being a big fan of Macho Man and being a real big fan of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, I think one of the greatest white meat baby faces of all time. I'm trying to think of another person that could even come close. Maybe Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's good.
Maybe Surfer Sting.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good ones, but yeah, that match is amazing. it goes down. I mean, it's still WrestleMania 3, and it's still I'm trying to think of it. It's like used as, a reference.
It's a template.
Yeah, it's used as what is going to be this type of match on the WrestleMania, So
they created the 5-star match.
Exactly.
Basically.
Much, yeah, so that's good. That's a good one. It's hard to beat that. But I went with something a little more current. Actually plays into what I was using as my best. But I picked Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania 19, the main event. It was a real mat-based wrestling, obviously, with those two guys. That was the first time that's ever really happened. I rewatched that match actually today, and it was pretty awesome. And then, of course, the shooting star press that wasn't quite right.
It was quite wrong.
Yeah, and it just adds to the legacy of it, and like it just the brands, that was like the era of the brand split and everything, and I feel like SmackDown was like so good at that time, and that just shows
Paul Heyman.
Yeah, it shows you why, and then of course what's happening with Brock and Paul Heyman currently and everything. So I tried to look back and see what happened at those WrestleMania points that like made other moments that were pretty awesome for me, and for that, I think it showed that like mat-based style wrestling could be shown in the main event at WrestleMania. Because I'm sure. I guess you have Brett and Shawn, but I guess I was a little too young for that to remember it like kind of how you're supposed to. But I would say that's my number 4. Like every time I think about a great main event in WrestleMania, I think that one.
I'm not going to go back and watch it, but
It's
man, you think about it. He was on the Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast, and he was talking about that spot.
Yeah.
And he was, it was a shoot on. He did that as a shoot on. I don't know if was it Vince? It was either Vince or Triple H or somebody to tell him to, do something different. There's so many stories about like someone being told to do something different that just ends tragically. Like fucking like Psycho Sid.
Yeah, he landed it on at OVW a few times. I think he totally could do it, but I mean now
he didn't have to even then. And you look at this Hayabusa, you look at situations like that. It was very similar. He landed directly on his neck, like fucking the crowd. That gas from the crowd when he hit. It's just like, but he had to follow it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very, very reminiscent of Owen Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That moment, like you just go like, what the hell is gonna happen now?
Yeah.
How do they save face for this? But they finished strong.
Oh yeah.
They finished strong. So okay, next week we hit you with number 3.
Oh yeah.
Of our top 5.
Top 5, yeah.
And how many? Yes, 3 more weeks till WrestleMania.
Yeah, 3 more. This Raw was good though. It was in Chicago. I thought it was a lot better than last week's. Great wrestling, I would say. What do you think, Peter?
I would say, the first 2 hours were great. Mm-hmm. They were fantastic. It was extraordinary to say the least. The only thing that fucked up was like pillow punch Shane.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. But like that last, and the only thing that stood out to me was the third hour, the Social Outcast promo,
it did
the Curtis Axel promo. We'll get to that too, because that's like top 5 funniest moments to me ever in WWE history. And I'll put that out there right now. I'll put it right out there right now.
Well, yeah, they started out with a really hot Chicago crowd. Shane McMahon comes out, super over. I know people are talking and interested in kind of seeing how he was, how the crowds take to him more and more.
Man, fucking Chicago. How about this? And I'll start with this because here's the thing. I went into this whole thing thinking that Chicago was going to be, those guys don't need anybody in the ring to put themselves over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, they are so full of themselves, and it's probably one of the most annoying fan bases there is because they think they're the hottest of the hot between, the road to WrestleMania. You look at it, you got Pittsburgh, you got Philadelphia, you got
I think New
York, right? Like those guys are like basically the sort of what's the word? They're the holy grail of like true mark out motherfuckers. And Chicago, they've just said like fuck y'all, we're just gonna overtake all of y'all marks bullshit, and we're gonna fucking put over ourselves any and every time that we can get. Fortunately, this didn't happen this show, thank God. They tried. But when they fucking... I think they saw the ovation that he got in Detroit. Mm-hmm. It's like, we gotta outdo Detroit, man. We gotta outdo Detroit. And that was the only thing that I felt that they were putting themselves over on the night for. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was just... I thought it, more genuine a little bit.
You got some What Chance. Someone tried to do What Chance doing Shane's.
Yeah.
And they got shut down real quick.
Yeah, Shane pretty much just comes out and calls, Vince an old bastard. Says he lost his touch. And he said there's, what did he say? He said there's talented guys being held down. The guys that are being brought up don't have any talent. Oh,
yeah. He dropped a lot of insider talk here. I mean,
sure.
You got your casual fan, and then you have your insider fan, the podcasters, you know what I'm saying, the people who keep up with the business, and that's what's been happening.
Sure, yeah, he said backstage politics.
Yeah, dude,
killing the business. Yeah, it was kind of like he just became, he knew what to say, especially in that crowd, and I thought it was really good promo for, second time in a row, really good promo.
He tells us that it's his destiny. It's his destiny to take that, and that scared the shit out of me because I'm like, yeah, there's no way in hell he's gonna win this fucking match at WrestleMania. It's like, what are you, Alberto Del Rio all of a fucking sudden?
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, I think we all got had when the Undertaker's dong hits. Crowd goes nuts.
Undertaker's what?
His dong, his
dong hits. Maybe.
I didn't realize. Yeah.
His gong hit.
Gong, yeah.
Maybe his bong hit. I didn't hear his dong, by the way, guys. I think he was watching some more other Undertaker shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. His music nevertheless.
His gong.
And then the music cuts off. Vince's music plays. He comes out. Of course, sea of booze. Dude, he's trolling us. He's trolling us.
Fucking bastard. I actually have I have a live reaction to that on Instagram. So it's Ellen Japanese, man. LINJAPNESC. Because I was waiting because the wrestling rumor thing that's on my app was like, somebody's coming back, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, shit, let me record it, see if I can get like a real raw reaction. And I missed it. But at least I got that. And it was pretty funny. You jerk.
Immediately got asshole chants, followed by, like CM Punk chants. I think they did that out of spite.
Yes.
But Vince did a real good job of just like bringing it down. Like, oh, that chant died kind of quickly there,
just like him. That's what he was saying. He was taking pop shots.
Pretty much mocked him and everything. But I know Vince has been saying the F word, and he said son of a bitch, but he dropped another word, wrestling. He said, when he was holding up a picture of Shane, he said this is his first wrestling match. So right there on the road to WrestleMania, Vince McMahon calls it wrestling, a word that's been banned at times.
But he's been breaking his own rules since he's been back. I mean, he's been addressing the crowd. Like, that's a total no-no.
I think that wasn't talked about as much as I was, like, taken back by it. Like, I remember it was always sports entertainment growing up. I know a lot of guys have got in trouble, and even when CM Punk did the pipe bomb, he said, like, yeah, it's wrestling, and here he is calling it a wrestling
Stone Cold talk shit about it. He's like, I ain't no goddamn sports entertainer, I'm a wrestler. Like, he even says that on the Stone Cold podcast on the network. He does that. He did that with the Big Show. But you know what? Good job on pointing that out. I didn't even think of that. But like him dropping the word wrestling, that's far and few. Look at you, fucking super sleuth. Jake over here.
I was shocked, man.
Jake from Allstate over here.
He dropped the mic on that.
Yeah, I mean, you dropped my mic and had to buy another one, but nevertheless, that brother.
Oh yeah, he should have dropped the mic. He's got the money for that, but not me. But yeah, he drops it. He breaks this picture, and steps on the frame and everything, saying like Shane's done to him, killed him, dead to him. I don't know. I think these promos. This is very simple booking, but these promos, especially by Shane, has I think killed it this first segment.
I mean, because he's talking to us, and take the finish off what Vince was doing. He then brought in his grandkids because he was saying after the Undertaker, my greatest creation will defeat my greatest failure.
Yeah.
And then when you're broken and beaten and bloodied, after the Undertaker defeats you, I'm gonna bring your grandkids in. Because there's even a moment where Shane's like, "Don't you start." He's like, "I'm gonna bring your grandkids in and tell them that you're a loser," you know, like, and I'm gonna be there to comfort them as you're, fucking about to die on your deathbed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. And then like he sends in security. He's like, well, fuck you. Fuck you, the fuck out of my ring, the fuck out of my stadium. He sends some fucking jabroni fucking security guys, some locals at the local Chicago wrestling,
Yeah, for sure.
wrestling federation, and they go in and okay, so we're about to see the physicality of Shane McMahon because hell, he's fucking facing the Undertaker. We got to see what he got, right?
Yeah, he's like squaring up with this guy, saying like, "Don't you touch me, don't you touch me," and then all of a sudden, the crowd was like they were trying to cheer, and it got.
Oh man!
The first punch got a few ovations, but then when he was leaving the ring, you think that he would leave to a thunderous ovation because he came out to one. No, the crowd wasn't gonna boo him, but they weren't gonna cheer like that kind of. There's that kind of shit. Like,
that's all you got? That's what you got for us?
Especially, did you see he's been posting on like Twitter and Instagram him doing all these like back handspring kicks and things with him and his trainer.
But he can't throw a punch.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, he does these stunts. He's a stunt show. So like,
then they should have done something in that vein. Why they got that dude out there throwing punches, man?
I agree, yeah.
It looked. I was like, what? What? I was flabbergasted. I was thinking, grab him. I thought he was gonna grab him and toss. Throw him down.
There's four of them. Yeah.
But he fucking dog paddles those fuckers, man.
Yeah, it was
embarrassment. You excited about this fucking match now?
I think, like I always said, less was more. And this shows you, if you play with fire, you're going to get burned a little bit. They should have just kept the promo battle.
Basically.
Yeah, but moving on, I thought this next segment...
Kevin Owens versus Neville. And Neville's second week in a row where when you talk about the man that gravity forgot, he really did this. Last week he did... It was a Thursday. It was a SmackDown. That motherfucker went ham. With just different... innovative moves in the air, and here he outdid himself. I don't think there's one wrestler. I don't think there's a wrestler on this planet. Okay, we could throw out Ricochet, yeah, maybe. We could throw out ACH, maybe, maybe. But Neville he's something else, man.
Sure, yeah, no doubt.
He's something else.
Hell yeah, I love Neville, and yeah, he killed it during this match. It was a losing effort, I would unfortunately, but I thought this match was great. A great opening match. Kevin Owens starts attacking Neville at the end there.
But wait. Okay, standing shooting star press off the top rope out the ring.
Oh yeah,
right. It's one where he does a spin. He misses because he lands on his barely lands on his feet. But I'm like, man, that's an ACL MCL tear for anyone right now. What was it? We get the Owens misses a backflip.
No,
will he ever hit that?
I don't know. Yeah. Owens does the moonsault. I know he did it during the Cena feud, but it's always awesome to see him do it. Like
he did it during the Finn Balor feud.
Yeah, a la the headbang or what are they called? Those big guys. I don't know. They wrestled in FMW. I can't think of their names now. But
he's gonna hit that fucker. Is that his Charlie Brown moment of him kicking the football? Is that one of those things you just never see it? Because remember the Cobra was like that for Santino Marella.
I mean, he's a big boy. I think if I had a little bit of sense in me, I'd roll it the way too.
Yeah, of course. But like, you remember the Cobra? The Cobra, the gimmick was he never hit the Cobra.
Yeah.
And then he finally hit the Cobra, and then it became his finishing move. But that's babyface. If he ever turned babyface, that's his finisher.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then that led into Neville doing the corkscrew moonsault off the second rope.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that was amazing.
The difficulty level. Do you understand this, people? The higher you are, the difficulty level lowers. The lower you are to be able to turn your body like that, it's like it's unheard of. What's that redhead dude that does all X Games shits?
Oh, Shaun White?
Shaun White level of difficulty in doing this stuff. Because Shaun White, he gets big air, but his thing is that he does amazing things at low altitudes. And this fucking guy, man. Did you see last week he jumped over fucking Wade Barrett to do like a fucking 450 splash? Man,
and then he did
get
the
outta
450 splash on the apron last week.
God
yeah.
Almighty, man.
There's a lot of great wrestling on this show, but then all things come to a screeching halt because
the heavy pin.
Yeah,
heavy pin.
Kevin Owens just rolls him up for the pin.
But it was kind of like a forced pin, like a bully pin.
Yeah, held the tights and everything, and then like we said earlier, when he was leaving, he was getting just kind of bullying Neville, jumping Neville at the end of the match after he already won and everything. But coming to his aid, Sami Zayn.
And I think that was the big return.
Yeah,
that was rumored, and I didn't have my fucking camera ready to fucking film my shit, but I popped.
This feud, started PWG, went to Ring of Honor, NXT, and now in WWE, looking like it might be a part of WrestleMania in some form or fashion. That's pretty fucking awesome.
They need to hurry up with Sami Zayn. I mean, I think he's losing momentum, man.
Well, he's doing house shows, and I think they wouldn't have done this big spot like this if he wasn't at least going to be a member of maybe a large person match at WrestleMania or maybe a one-on-one. I personally would want to just see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the IC title, but I mean, recent years have shown me that it's probably going to be at least 4 or 5 man match.
Dude, that's the crazy part, and not to jump off track. And I'm not going to make it to a heel promo. But isn't it crazy that, like, idea... You remember back in the day when, like, a triple threat, a fatal four-way, or whatever, like, shit was going down. Like, oh, shit. Like, oh, fuck. And now we talk about singles matches like, oh, my God, we might just get a singles match. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, it was such a big deal to see a 3-way dance in ECW and, like, 4 ways. Like, I remember WrestleMania 2000 had 4-way, but they just, like, used it as a crutch. I mean, I remember there was even a pay-per-view a year or two ago called Fatal 4-Way. So it was just, like, building up to it. And over the last, like, 10 years, I would say, like, it's just been used when you don't know what to do. You just have these 4-ways.
And plus, it's a means to just get people on the card. I imagine if I was a wrestler and I knew I can get on WrestleMania as a part of a triple threat or fatal 4-way, it's either that or, like, nothing at all. I'm like, hell yeah, that's great. Thanks for giving me some work. But at the same time, it stifles my star. It stifles my star. It stifles my character. It stifles, like, what we are now as wrestling fans is waiting for big stars. But when you have convoluted, like, matches, triple threats, 4-ways and shit like that, 8-man tags and shit, 16-man tags, battle royals and shit like that, it just it dilutes you. And that's the give and take of something like this. And, like, one of the big reasons, I put it in the top 2, I put it as the second reason why we don't got any big stars right now. Even Steven matches, I think, is number 1. But number 2 is all of these triple threats and fatal 4-ways. It's like, why can't Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks just meet Charlotte? Why? Like, why does it have to be a triple threat for the number 1 contendership to Triple H? Why? Like, it gets old after a while, man.
I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. But I mean, I'm holding out hope. Maybe they'll put together the best 5-man match I've ever seen this year.
No, man, fuck that. I'm done.
But I mean, WrestleMania. They said after this match, it's gonna be free this year. All you gotta do is sign up for the network. If you're not already paying $9.99. It's free if you just sign up, so you get Roadblock, the NXT show, and WrestleMania. So, that's interesting. I mean, it seems like it's going to be hard to. I guess they're assuming that so many people are going to want to pick it up after that.
Because it's all about numbers to the investors. They don't give a shit about the number, the money that's coming in. It's about numbers. What is the number I can present to the investors and to the stock and to the shareholders? Like, if that number says 2 million, 1,500,000, that's good. 2 million. It's not about how much revenue did you generate, because the network itself is about eyes. When the eyes hit the network, that means advertisements can come in. What can I advertise? How much eyes are on the product during those fucking those special events? Sprite. fucking Mountain Dew, fucking chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You know, like those are their advertisements, man. Like
Sure.
that's what those people want. So if they know there's a million, you know, like 1,500,000 people watching WrestleMania, that means they have that many eyes watching whatever product they're trying to promote.
For sure, for sure.
You know, so that's all that matters. So free my ass. It's not free. It's not free. Even when it's free, it ain't cheap.
Yeah, we have Steph and Ziggler in the back, pretty much get into a little argument, and Steph puts him in a match against 3 members of the League of Nations later tonight.
And that led from did you hear about the story about the tweet?
Yeah, he put a tweet out about beating the Authority.
Uh-huh.
And this is like referencing stuff that's like 2 years old now, man.
That's all you got, Ziggler?
Yeah.
That's all you got? I spoke about this on my
Last time he got the push.
my recap is like, that's all you got, Ziggler? Because he put up something, he's like, hey, shout out to Shane McMahon for taking down the Authority, but like I did it single-handedly last year, I mean 2 years ago, and then they made them take it down. So I don't know whether that was a storyline or was a work or a shoot. It looked like a shoot. But it came off like a work. They could have just like not dealt with that and like, you know, let the internet play with that for a while, but they just couldn't help themselves. Yeah. They had to put that shit on TV, and it's like last week you got Rusev showing up in a fucking Maserati saying, hey, someone slam me, you can win this. Yeah. You keep that shit off TV. Now a fucking tweet gets taken off, and now you have to put that on TV and make a match out of it. Your priorities all fucked up. I would have loved to see a body slam challenge for a Maserati.
I'm still bummed about that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Taking down tweet is going to get storyline. You fucking idiots, man.
Sure. Then we go into Brie Bella versus fresh off her win against Paige a few weeks ago, Summer Rae.
Rayberg.
Yeah.
She's running through her right now, dog.
And she didn't lose this one. Well, I guess she lost to interference because Lana did come out in her Ziggler attire, though. She was wearing the jeans and everything, had her
trash.
Ponytail, but then hits the X Factor.
Or the Bella Buster.
The Bella Buster. Brie Bella's move. I guess this is the unprecedented first move ever by Lana, right there in the middle of the ring.
Yes,
the first. Do you think this is going to be a roadblock match, or do you think this is going to build a WrestleMania, having 2 women's matches on the card?
Well, fuck around. It'd be a casket match. This is going to be scary, man, seeing those 2 girls go at it. Again, the blind leading the blind, man. You don't want... I mean, apparently they're doing it, and I don't know what... I don't know what the end game is. I don't even know how this even started. As in, like, was it Tony... the podcast dudes, those fat fucks.
No, I don't know.
Tony and anyway, he has Don Castle, Tony and Don Castle, whatever the fuck. But he has a thing called Insta Heat, Insta Feud, where it's like, you know, hey, I bump into you in the hallway, hey, Insta Feud, right? But like that ain't even got an Insta Feud. It's just all of a sudden Lana just shows up, like, hey, I'm just gonna give you hell, and it's like, okay, we've been teasing her in the ring, but at first it was against who was the first?
Summer
Rae, yeah.
They completely ignored each other. She actually helped Summer Rae win off the distraction, and Brie was cutting a promo a few weeks on Raw, or maybe last week.
It was last week.
Yeah, and then she turns around and she says, "Hey, why are you watching me cut this promo?" I mean, the question I'd be asking, like, leave me the fuck alone. What's up? And Lana's just got pissed, and then. Now X Factors are breaking loose everywhere.
It was funny. It was funny to see her in that getup too, to like do that move. It made it look awkward, and they shot it from the back too, so you got to see her land on her ass or something like that. I was just like, what the hell?
I think it covers,
and then like
helps the move come across.
Maybe you get a fucking crotch shot.
No, well,
did you see the crotch shot?
I saw a picture of it on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, it happened. Then she rolls around. It's like, boom, that's crotch in your face. It's like, come on, man. You could do better than that. You could have sit her down in, like, pants or something.
I didn't think, that's a little detail. But I think this is going to get all the TMZs and the Hollywood Newses of the world, at Brie being on Total Divas. And then, Lana's made a little bit of news in her own right with the getting engaged and everything. I think that's what they're looking to do. I don't know if it'll generate.
But I just think this is going to be a failed. I put fucking Golden Truth over this crap. I don't see what the end game is. What is the payoff? Like, what is this? Like, that there's no direction. Hey, man, we're going to WrestleMania, man. WrestleMania. We're not going to fucking TLC, man. This ain't fucking, like, Payback, man. This is WrestleMania. And that's what you got. I understand the fucking injuries and stuff, but no, that's no crutch. We had the Carolina Panthers. Anyone who talks about fucking Jordy fucking Nelson and the Green Bay Packers and their excuse that, oh yeah, he wasn't there, so he didn't have his number one fucking object, and they stunk. They didn't really stink. They just didn't win like they supposed to. We lost not only our first, but our second fucking choices. And we made it to the goddamn Super Bowl. So there's no excuses, the Carolina Panthers. So there's no excuses here. Oh, these injuries. Oh, these injuries. All we have to hand you is fucking Brie Bella and, like, Lana and her in-ring debut. Jesus Christ, man. WrestleMania, man. Y'all can do better than that, man.
This is true.
But yeah, we get to the 9 o'clock hour. Regardless of what it is. And Summer Rae, she's on a fucking streak. Team Summer right here. Raleigh, represent.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So we got Trevor Lee and Matt Hardy holding it down TNA. We got, Summer Rae and WWE.
Yeah, Summer Rae, Summer Mania. There we go. Yeah. Summer Slam Mania.
There we go.
But yeah, we get to the...
Dean comes out, cuts a great promo, I thought.
No, I not.
You didn't think so?
Oh, fuck no. Yikes. What are you talking about? You're saying nothing.
No, I mean, he was going to win the belt and hijack WrestleMania and everything. I mean, I thought it was good. But then Hunter comes out and everything. They have a little promo battle, and then Hunter books the main event tonight, Bray versus Dean. I don't know how you can get excited for this. This was like a feud a year ago, and they wrestled at least 20 times during that feud. I think I would have maybe done Harper or Braun. Or just another guy, maybe in the Wyatts.
Well, say take what's going on here, right? They started off with Kevin Owens and fucking Neville, right?
Sure.
Like, boom, Chicago, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's a good time. And then when you got the Summer Rae and Brie, you can see people like, what the fuck are they doing, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, Dean Ambrose, we're gonna get you with Bray Wyatt. Now Bray Wyatt is a good worker, and we get it. But you would have been better off throwing, I don't know, somebody, at least one of the guys, like save him, maybe have him go up against Rusev or something.
Yeah, because in Roadblock you have Brock and Bray, and you've already been cooling down Brock so much, and then you have Dean and Hunter. So any way you go in that match without some kind of bullshit finish, you're hurting one of these guys that is in this pay-per-view that's this weekend. So I thought it was kind of a silly main event.
Well, I feel with Dean Ambrose, he doesn't do well on his own when it comes to cutting promos. He fucking did a horrible one on... it started off decent on SmackDown, and then he started talking about as champion, and then it's just like it just went right off the fucking rails. And here it's like him and Triple H going back and forth. I was just like, man, this is horrible. This is horrible. And you can see like the frustration from Triple H too, because he's trying to make it smooth, and because he's so wacky and zany, he just refuses for it to seem pretty, fluid, man. I don't know, but he's your boy, right? Are you a big Dean Ambrose fan?
Not really. No.
You're more of a Seth Rollins guy?
Oh, out of the three, yeah, completely, 100%. But
even from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Seth Rollins, and I mean, when he was in Ring of Honor, I liked his finishing move, and he was, when he was a champion down there and everything. Seth Rollins is by far the best worker, I would say.
But how much do you know about Moxie? How much do you know about him?
Oh, I mean, I know it. I kind of seen him wrestle maybe once or twice before he was on. I didn't really watch his stuff. From what I understand, it's like a toned down version. Dean Ambrose is
he's. I've seen things of him just being like barbed wire attacks.
Yeah,
like
I know
bloody,
he's kind of like doing that thing. That's cool. I think he seems to be organically over. So I don't see why they wouldn't push him instead of Roman, especially since you can do the same exact thing.
De facto, I'm not buying that he's better. I don't think he's as better. I think he's de facto.
I think the crowd, even when he was separated from, and then like all those good matches he had with Rollins, I think he's second place in the Shield, but I've never really cheered for him.
Seth Rollins seemed more like the baby face going up against him. People were cheering for Rollins and not Ambrose.
Yeah, sure, that was like, but I'm saying within the last year or so, he gets, I would say, more against
de facto. No Cesaro right now. No Daniel Bryan anymore.
Oh,
no Damian Sandow.
He got cheers well before.
Yeah, man, but like, they plug him in because somebody can't make it, and then as soon as they're ready to come back, and this all this is like they're protecting Roman Reigns right now because it's like, dude, this road to WrestleMania is a fucking it's the gauntlet. It's the gauntlet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, they would have ate him alive. He conveniently is getting his nasal shit. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
He would have had at least a chance in Philly because I still think they were.
I think he's coming back. I think he's supposed to be coming back.
He'll come back. He'll come back for Brooklyn.
I don't know I don't know, but I think he's only supposed to miss a few weeks. Maybe probably come back and help.
Well, he conveniently again did not make it out to Chicago. I swear to God, they would have ate him alive. And they got Dean Ambrose getting the heel heat on Triple H. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was working.
I think
you go from 1 week that Triple H is getting cheered, dropping pedigrees and busting up motherfucking Roman Reigns, to basically doing the same thing the week after on Dean Ambrose and getting heel heat. And it sucks. Like, why do we have to protect this guy? It seems like...
I think they just like him. I think they like him. It's been a while since there's been just like a batshit, like crazy guy.
No, I'm talking about Roman Reigns. Why do we have to protect this guy? Like, what?
Oh,
it's not working. It's not working, but it's like... It's so blatantly obvious that they're trying to keep him out of these cities that don't like him. It's like, well, just...
Oh, no, he had I think the nasal surgery is something to it, but...
conveniently.
It is helping. Yeah, I think at least it's not heel heat on Triple H anymore. People are wanting to see what he does, but I think this Roadblock pay-per-view is supposed to get the heel heat on Hunter. But
it should be Reigns, though. You mean to tell me, rather than to just... haul ass, like this high book it out of the fuck what you're trying to do at Roman Reigns. Oh, no, let's just use this guy. And we talked about this before, man. And I told you watched the show. Dean Ambrose is nothing but a plug-in guy until everyone's good, and then it's like, oh, thanks, dude. See you later.
Yeah, sure.
That's what they're doing with Becky Lynch, too.
I mean, sure, yeah. Like, they have their guys, and then the fans kind of have their guys, and for some reason, it's not always matching up, and I think they just kind of use the fans' guys when they need them to get certain reactions for the guys they want, and
that's stupid, though, right?
Yeah. It's happened. It's been happening for years, man. I mean, especially with it's kind of hard to tell Vince wrong. I think it's impossible. I think no one can really.
How about this? The difference between then and it happened all the time and now, we're a little smart now, man. We're smarter than ever. Us wrestling fans. And with this internet and what we're doing even now with the podcast, we're hip to the shit.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, do you think, obviously, any fucking chance that they're just like, maybe they won't get it. Hey, we're trying to protect Roman Reigns. They're not going to get it, are they? Do you honestly think they're backstage doing that?
I think they're banking on just people either... them doing such a good job with their heels or younger fans and ladies, or maybe they're getting these numbers from international appeal. I'm not sure why they're doing it, but I've learned to accept that Roman Reigns is just their guy. That's the guy they picked.
And he's polarizing right now. And I feel like fucking white meat baby face isn't what they're looking for. Yeah. I've said this before. I'm on record to saying that they're looking for a polarizing figure. They would much rather their biggest baby face be hated, right? And then get sympathy fans because they're hated so much.
Yeah.
Than say a guy who is cheered a lot. I mean, the last time they did that was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, well, that was going on for a year or two before they really gave him the belt at Mania. So I'm not sure why they do it, man. I definitely
idiots.
think this is, unless they do something where Hunter destroys Dean and Dean won't lay down, then he finally lays down. But I still think that hurts him going into this match against Brock. I don't know this. I just think this. I mean, Roadblock looks like it might be an alright fun time on a Saturday night or whatever, but it looks like it's gonna make one, if not two or three people look very, very weak going into Mania.
We'll see. I mean, I think they have something for Dean, but the only thing with Dean is that like he's getting beat down too much, and you could get to the point where you're going like, man, this guy just all he does is get his ass whooped. I can't take this guy. This guy's not tough.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what.
And plus, I still don't think he deserves this title shot. I still think this title shot to him, it makes the Royal Rumble a piece of garbage for the third straight year.
This whole Roadblock thing, yeah. I mean, we can list for days.
It makes the triple threat not even worth it. It's like, oh yeah, this thing Royal Rumble, yeah, fuck it. Oh yeah, triple threat number one contender, oh fuck it. We're just gonna give you a shot at the belt anyway. Now, granted, it's the main event WrestleMania, but to me, it could be fucking Payback. It could be fucking Capital Punishment, man. I don't give a fuck. It could be, motherfucking Dismember to Remember or whatever. It could be any of these trash fucking special events. A title shot is a title shot, and for them to just for the third straight year make their Royal Rumble look like a joke. It sucks. It sucks. Why would you go to the Royal Rumble next year just to see? You're not there to see who's gonna win it.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, this is true. This is true. This Roadblock thing is throwing everything off. I don't know why you couldn't accomplish everything you're gonna do on this Roadblock pay-per-view, just scattered throughout Raw.
Cerebral assassin, my ass.
But you know what? Dolph actually wrestled Sheamus, Rusev, and Barrett. After that,
this was a smack in the face to Wade Barrett. Smack in the face to your boy Wade.
That's what I thought. Yeah, super kick from Dolph eliminates Wade. Super kick to Sheamus right after that. Sheamus kicks out. Then all of a sudden, super kick to Rusev. Super kick from Rusev. Bro kick by Sheamus. Dolph loses. Why did Barrett have to lose it all?
Because they're ruining him before he leaves. Yeah. This is the yellow brick road to fucking damnation for Wade Barrett. They're gonna make him to where he's unrepairable. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna do what they do with fucking Brodus Clay. They're gonna do with him like they did with motherfucking. They're gonna TNA his ass basically. They're gonna TNA his ass, and it's unfair. They could have just had him get beat down and like, okay, the fucking League of Nations. All three, they're heels. But no, Wade Barrett has to go down. And that's the only thing I think about. Poor guy, man. Fucking sucks. It's not his fault that you book him badly.
I mean, I know he's losing and everything, but that's not until June. You have WrestleMania Roadblock that he's involved with. You have all these things going, that you still have to book him in. I mean, I don't understand why. If it's already a handicap match anyways, I think it would push the storyline across further to have them, just jump him,
Yeah, they said, hell no, Wade got to go down in flames.
Yeah, especially if last week The Miz just rolled up Dolph just for no reason. So you're saying, like, Barrett is lower than these guys who, haven't been on TV for a long time.
Yikes.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Pillow punch Shane to sort of cover up Roman Reigns and what the fuck they just did to that opening segment of him battling and throwing out the security. They do like a little tribute to him, like jumping all over the place. Oh, look, he's flying. I don't think his feet are on the ground one moment during this fucking tribute. I think every clip is his feet in the air somehow, or he's laying on his back.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of was his thing. I forgot about how many matches he was in. I completely forgot about the Bischoff feud. I completely forgot about the Shawn Michaels feud. So I mean, yeah, this WrestleMania. Let's see it, Shane and Taker. It's gonna be wild.
Well, I still think they're. I don't know, man. I just gotta wait and see. Speaking of waiting and seeing, I'm waiting for Naomi to fucking flip. I'm ready for her to just have a
Yeah, you're speaking of the Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Team Bad. Really quick, I mean, just a bank statement for the tap out.
Suck, man. Naomi deserves better than this. Naomi, like, man, fuck this match. Like, it wasn't even really necessary. The whole point was to get Charlotte in there to fucking stand tall over them.
Yeah, she attacks both of them at the end after the match.
That's all this was. And at the expense, they could have rolled out somebody else rather than Tamina. I mean, Tamina, whatever, fuck Tamina. But, like, Naomi, man, she's better than that, man. She's better than that, man. She's better than that. I'll tell you that much. It pisses me off. If there was one thing I would nitpick and really be angry about is how they're handling Naomi more than any wrestler on their payroll right now.
I'm sure, so one could argue others, but yeah, they're definitely using her, pretty bad. Especially from a year or two ago, she was looking to, get the title, and then it was kind of like they kept the title on Nikki. And everyone just kind of knew that, and then they brought in the NXT ladies, and then they just forgot about her. I mean, at least Paige...
No, they didn't forget about her. They remembered her, definitely.
Yeah.
They remembered to, like, wipe their ass with her. You know what I'm saying? There's shit stains all over her, man.
Yeah, and then Truth gives Goldust a deep dish pizza from Chicago in the back, kind of to say sorry for being so harsh last week. And it's kind of like... Goldust says that it was going to make eating that pizza was going to make his butthole explode.
He's lactose intolerant.
Yeah. And then, so they dish the pizza.
Gold bust.
Yeah, they dish the pizza, and then Mark Henry comes and scoops.
Yeah, he got the fucking cheap pop
for a big pop. Yeah, I can't believe that. Everyone loves Mark Henry.
Man, you gotta love. You saw those big fucking hands. You just okay. Third hour.
Oh yeah.
We get the New Day versus Styles and Jericho. I am not calling it. They wore the shirts that said the thing on it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, they got merchandise.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. This match, though, was fucking awesome.
It was great. It's for the tag team championship, and AJ shined very much like Neville shined in the match against Kevin Owens. I mean, he just went in House of Fire. I think he did so well. Until Jericho catches, he's going in. He gets the second hot tag, and he's going for the code breaker on Big E. Oh, great reverse, Big E, man.
Oh, but prior to that, though, it needs to be mentioned that AJ Styles hit the springboard 450. It's an amazing move.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, like he killed it. I think the work rate on this show between Neville, AJ, and this match was fucking great.
But that's the thing about the New Day. It sucks that those guys wrestle and do this stuff so well, and at one point their gimmick was really awesome, and now I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand it. Like, just shut up and wrestle. And I guess do whatever your hijinks during the wrestling match, but I cannot not gonna be able to do it.
But yeah, you were saying like Y2J was going for his code breaker, but Big E was just too strong. Blocked him, awesome. Threw him around,
tossed him on. He caught him. He caught the code breaker and just tossed him on his back like he's like Tarzan and Jane.
Yeah, hit the big ending
like it was nothing.
Saving the titles for the New Day.
And then we waited for it.
Yeah, and then even though they had the merch, even though there was probably tons of people online buying that shirt as they did it.
But did you think for a moment that it was going to be AJ?
I thought as soon as they had shirts, I was like, oh, they're going with it till Mania. As soon as I saw that backstage they had shirts.
I'm talking about this moment here, though, after the match.
No, I mean, as soon as it happened, I was surprised. I thought they were going to go with this. I thought the shirts was a dead giveaway that this was going to be a Mania tag team.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the turn.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it was a complete surprise. I didn't think it was going to... I didn't think it was going to be anybody turning. I thought that they were going to be a tag team.
When they lost, and they're like, it's the whole, like, the uneasy, like, awkward camera on you just a little longer than it needs to be.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, I think AJ's going to turn. Because even in the New Day podcast, I was talking about that. I was like, I think AJ Styles is going to turn. But nope.
No, Y2J. I mean, Jericho's a little,
Codebreaker City, bitch.
yeah, Jericho's a little better of a heel. Shoves the T-shirt down AJ's throat.
I want one of those T-shirts now, man.
You want one now?
I want a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt.
I think I saw some stuff that was gonna happen on SmackDown. There might be you might really want one after that.
Oh man, because you know what it reminds me of? That T-shirt is like, it's like the Carolina Panthers Super Bowl championship shirts that were made that will never see the light of day. They're somewhere in like, I don't know, Peru or
I think they get sent to like third world countries.
Uruguay. They get sent to like just some fucking wear, else. And that, to me, that shirt is my Panthers Super Bowl championship shirt.
Oh shit! I mean, they lost the tag champions just like they lost the Super Bowl.
That shirt turned face on me, man. Like I was like, fuck that name, fuck that shirt, and then the double turn. Jericho turns heel, and Y2AJ turns face. I'm cheering. He's Y2AJ is Hollywood Hogan versus The Rock. WrestleMania 18.
Well, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this match though. Hopefully, going into Mania,
He gets heat.
I hope this is a one-on-one. I know we were talking about the 4-ways. I hope they don't just blend this into the IC title picture or anything like that. This needs to be a one-on-one match. I know they've already wrestled on Raw and SmackDown and on Fastlane and everything, but I just think it would be a great story just to have that match at Mania.
Well, that's what they're going for, it seems.
Yeah,
but again, it's too much too soon. 3 matches. What could come out great for this 4th match? Well, the stakes are a little higher. There's a definite heel in Jericho because man, he got heat. I mean, that was like the heat he got for hitting those 3 fucking code breakers. I ain't heard that kind of heat in quite some time.
Yeah.
And before it was like, hey, I'm better than you. Welcome to the fucking WWE. You know, it was more like competitive chum competition.
Yeah.
And now it's like blood. So that's what they can offer different going into WrestleMania. That there's a defined heel, there's a defined face, there's vengeance. There's not even Stevens no more. It's vengeance. And so,
Hell yeah.
So
But with that being said, I think after that match and how good it was and everything like that, Raw just kind of went down into like a main event superstars kind of show. Like, I mean, no diss to any of the workers on the show, but like the way the matches were, how quick they were, and it just kind of I think it really dragged this 3rd hour. Kalisto versus Tyler Breeze.
Kalisto wins next.
Exactly, and then we had the Big Boss Man, the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then Ryback versus Curtis Axel.
Wait. Back it up. I watched that yesterday about 50 times. Like that, just that one. Okay, so Ryback last week beat the shit out of Adam Rose. Just beats the living shit out of him. It's actually kind of sad to watch. Even the backstage aftermath with them in the back, and Bo Dallas was like, I am so upset. So they come out and they're just dumb. They come out. They're wacky. I like them because they're just goofballs, right?
Sure.
And they all say their little speech, and then it comes to Curtis Axel. We find out it's Curtis Axel versus Ryback this time. He goes, last week was a fluke win over Adam Rose. But the Axeman cometh.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I laughed so hard because it came out of nowhere. I was like on my phone, kind of like listening.
Yeah.
And my ears perked up, my eyes went up. I was like, "Are you serious?"
If you watch it, Cole or JBL or someone, they did because
you couldn't believe how awkwardly great that was. And then he does it again, hi, and then Bo Dallas like, hi. And then they all start doing that shit. I hope they keep that moving forward. The Axeman, he's the Axeman.
There you go.
The Axeman cometh. And that's the only. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
Ryback wins.
Yeah, former tag team champions going in at it.
I know. I realized that.
Yeah, but Ryback wins. It was kind of. I mean, those would have been great matches on Superstars or Raw or anything, especially with that promo. I mean, main event, but especially with that promo, just kind of made this third hour just drag. But then we go to Vince and Stephanie.
The X-Man coming. I need to make that shirt. The X-Man coming.
Do it up. Hell yeah. That'll be coming out on Cut the Music.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hell yeah.
Actually, I got a cool shirt I want to make that says, looks like we got to fight, Maggle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what is in cursive. Looks like we got to fight, Maggle.
Hell yeah. Do it up. I'll buy one.
You buy one?
There you go, one.
You get one. No, I still got to make you. I'm a Triple H guy.
Well, hit me up. You got 3 weeks.
I got 3 weeks. Yes. I told you about WrestleMania.
Vince and Steph in the back, pretty much talking about how he's fearless. Shane's fearless. He can do whatever.
But they're concerned.
Yeah, but they're getting a little concerned about how he took out those security guards. And maybe the vignette got her.
And that, yes, they want him to go down in flames, but they're still family.
Yeah,
that's what this is. This is like coming to Jesus moment. What's actually going to happen? What have we done to my brother? What have you done to your son? You're sending him to die.
Yeah, it was kind of silly. And then we go into the main event. I thought it was okay, but
I tuned out. The only thing that mattered was what happened at the end.
I knew I was going to tune out, so I actually watched it the next day because I was in such a lull. But yeah, pretty much the Wyatts attack Dean. Hunter comes down there to kind of like pick the bones, but he stares at Bray for a little bit.
That's all that mattered. That moment right there was that segment. Because here's the thing. Between like what Triple H has been doing, say with the League of Nations and how they were basically like henchmen for him.
Yeah.
Undertaker's the henchman for Vince.
Sure.
He's like this poor Undertaker to be like not even like it's Undertaker, it's Wrestle fucking Mania, and he's just like afterthought within the feud that is the McMahons. And I'm thinking Triple H is walking out. The first thing I'm thinking is like, man, is Bray and them gonna just be like they just gonna be sellouts like that?
That would suck.
And the way that they're looking, the way he's looking at him coming up the ramp, I'm just like, is he gonna break fool on him?
Dude.
Is he gonna break fool? And I was like, I'm gonna sit back and wait for it.
Yeah.
And when he went into
the crowd was going crazy. Like I didn't think they expected something like this to happen. Like,
well, it's an interesting dynamic.
They never looked at each other, never faced. Like Bray was always someone who kind of stayed away from the authority. Like never really, was their lackey like all the other heels at the time a few years ago. And they just stared down. It was only a few seconds, but Chicago thought they were going to see some shit right there.
Well, it was, man. You always get these moments where it's like, oh my god, like this is cool, like. What's great about wrestling is that like you get instant, you know what the company wants, you know what their fanship wants, like almost instantly. It's instant. It's like it's a test. You get an instant reaction to what the people want, and that was one of those moments. You never really know. You kind of have an inclination. It's like how Cena sort of snuck up behind Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. When the Wyatts and the Shields finally faced each other, when the Eric Rowan got into the face of Luke Harper. Yeah. These moments where it's like, holy shit, like this looks interesting. Let me get a piece of that action.
Yeah, but they never. It seems like more and more recently, they just don't follow through.
They don't give a fuck.
I mean, think about it, like Bray and Brock is that Roadblock with hardly any kind of build-up or anything, when that was supposed to be one of the biggest matches of Mania.
And Bray is about to go down to some serious flames.
Yeah, what's he doing at Mania? No one knows. But
he's still scraping himself off the floor and in fucking Toronto.
Yeah,
that's what he's gonna be doing during WrestleMania.
But after the stare down, the Wyatts leave and everything. Hunter turns around, gets the dirty deeds. And he just sits there with the belt, holding the belt up over Hunter, I guess maybe people are thinking Dean's got a chance. He's going to hijack WrestleMania. It was a big pop.
He grabs the belt. He's holding.
But this whole time, I was thinking like, now you're making any way you do it, you're making your Mania card look weak. Here's your world champion, who's going down. Like this show just kind of is a roadblock to WrestleMania. Like that's a perfect name for it. I think they picked it just so people wouldn't say it like as a joke. Like
I think they did it because they don't. I think creatively, they weren't able to, because that's the whole thing. That's the whole point between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. That whatever it was,
you're supposed to already have your shit
elimination. It used to be Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be Valentine's Day Massacre. Or whatever.
No Way Out.
Yeah, like that's that. Okay, we got 8 weeks, man. We got to do something. You got 9 weeks. We need a break in between there. And then it's like, we need another break in between there, and it's like,
and
what
then
the fuck?
You're also hearing about all these WrestleMania 33 press conferences, and it's like, I mean, they're kind of like, are they kind of just overlooking it with WrestleMania with the Roadblock pay-per-view or special event, and then this press conference? Like, they're 3 weeks out. I mean, and it's like, what's up? What's up?
This year's WrestleMania looks like the Miz between John Cena and The Rock.
It is. It's one of those.
We're gonna look past you, and not only that, they're going back to the Citrus Bowl, which is like a hellhole of a shit.
Oh, the WrestleMania 33. I thought you meant this WrestleMania coming up.
Yeah.
See, it's Which one are you speaking of?
Well, the 33 is in the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
It's a
so you're saying
shithole.
that one's gonna be?
They're already looking past Dallas. They got their hands full with fucking Dallas. You got this fucking potential to be one of the either one of the greatest in terms of fan turnout, and like it really sets the precedence.
I think. Well, I mean, it's kind of old news now, but I think it's the injuries killed him. I think. I mean, once you have Cena and your champion and Orton gone.
I told you, man.
I mean,
we still made the Super Bowl without our number 1 and number 2 targets. We still made the Super Bowl. You can say whatever you want. Excuses. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general.
We won.
You still have the pieces. Bray, Triple H. You heard that. Boom. That looks awesome. Neville versus Kalisto. You ever thought of that? For WrestleMania? That would have been awesome, right? Fucking Undertaker, Kevin Owens. Oh, look. Let's give this young kid the rub, right? Let's look at this. Let's even look at this.
I mean, even the matches they were setting up going into Rumble. I mean, Bray and Brock. They didn't even. That's kind of just like throwaway, and like I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I completely agree.
They got all these pieces that they don't know how to do it. I bet I can't play chess worth a fuck. I can't play chess. I know how to play I know the rules of it, but I will lose. I would lose to this lamp that's shining on us. But I guarantee you, I probably can walk into WWE creative, and I could beat every single last person in that fucking office in a game of chess, because they got these pieces and they wouldn't know what the fuck to do with them.
For sure.
And it's the same with this roster right now. Naomi, what you doing with Naomi? What you doing with Tyler Breeze, man? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing with Dolph Ziggler? Just last year, this time, he was the Rolling Stones fucking wrestler of the year.
I would say beyond that, look at your Mania card last year. I mean, you had Bray in a prominent position, like I've already been mentioning, and you had Rusev in a prominent position.
He came out in a tank, man. A tank.
Yeah.
We've never seen no tank, and motherfucker, we saw a little tank.
Yeah.
When they went to Atlanta, right?
This is true.
With the DX army.
Yeah.
But a fucking full-on tank,
and
man.
Now, what is it? It's going to be now Rusev might be wrestling the New Day, and they don't even know what they're doing with Bray. So they don't. I mean, it just. Yeah, sure. You had Rollins and everybody out, which I think hurt the attendance and everything. But
what they're gonna do with fucking Rusev is toss his ass over the top in the over-the-top battle royal. That's what's gonna happen to fucking Rusev. You're gonna go from fucking being one of the main events versus John Cena. You come in on a tank, man, to being just a peon in a battle royal.
I think he's gonna be in with the New Day. But yeah,
how the fucking great has fallen. And even on top of that, man, like the New Day is not a big deal to me anymore. It's not. Those tag team belts. I mean, like the in-ring action is so great, but like they just got these fucking unicorn fucking things on their head, and I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to take you serious? How the fuck? You might as well just throw them on the Golden Truth.
Well, do you want to dive into our predictions for as of 105 on March 8th? This was the 4 matches announced for the Roadblock pay-per-view that I wrote down from the publication I saw. The New Day versus Barrett and Sheamus. Who you
New
got?
Day, ain't nothing changing hands.
Yeah, I think New Day and
against who?
Against Barrett and Sheamus.
And Wade Barrett gets pinned.
You're saying Wade gets pinned?
Yeah,
okay.
they're gonna fucking demolish him. He's gonna catch a super big ending.
Okay, and then
But no,
you said nothing's changed.
Xavier Wood is gonna be in that. It's gonna be Biggie. I guarantee you. Like this is more prediction. It's gonna be Biggie and Xavier Wood going in to defend the championship in this fucking show.
Maybe, who knows?
And then Xavier Wood is gonna pin, because whenever Xavier Woods in the fucking tag team, it's never really for the belt, and he always loses. He always takes the pin.
Yeah, so you think he's gonna pin Barrett?
Insult to injury, I guarantee it.
I don't know.
Write that down.
Okay. Well, you said there's not gonna be anything changing hands, but there is that NXT Tag Team Championship, the Revival. Dash and Dawson, guys you said would never be on the main roster, here are debuting on the main roster.
No, this is a house show, man.
Part of the special event.
House show.
Versus Enzo.
What a
and Cass.
dumbass name too. The Revival, my ass.
Well, who do you think's winning this one?
Revival's gonna win. Whatever the fuck they are. They're like you could give them the big moment, it'd be great, but like they haven't given it to them yet. If they're already talking about bringing them to the main roster, why even put the belts on them? Why?
Well, they got their. I guess they got that big NXT show in Mania, and they got a few big. They gotta take him on the loops the NXT's doing with the belts and everything a while, so everyone can cheer and everything.
They got a point there.
But with that said, I think they're gonna have that feel good moment at WrestleMania. That's a part of that big show, and I'm going with the Revival's gonna win this one as well. After that, there's not very much on the show. It looked like Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, of course. I'm going Brock.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I almost see like this to be a no contest kind of a deal.
Okay.
I mean, I think even moving forward, I'm looking at that match as a no contest. I'm looking at the Triple H Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, that's
as a
the
no
only
contest.
other one we have.
But Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
That's going to be on Roadblock?
That's going to be a Roadblock. That's a Roadblock match.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You saw that somewhere?
Yeah, they said it on the fucking Raw.
They said that on Raw?
Yes.
I don't think so. I'm going to have to look. I'm going to look. But yeah, so what do you think about the Triple H and Dean Ambrose match?
It's a waste of my time. I'm not excited to see it at all. Triple H goes over.
Totally.
Or, Triple H goes over because there's a rough bump. Brock Lesnar comes out and takes out Dean Ambrose. Triple H gets the pin. But not only does he get the pin, he hits him with the pedigree after a couple of suplexes by Brock Lesnar. They said it on the show.
Okay, I mean, I'm just looking, man.
If I'm right.
Yeah, I think Triple H is going to win as well, by the way.
If I'm right.
You were right. You're right. Oh, hell yeah. But I think Kevin Owens is going to win.
You hear this, guys? You sure? You sure? Are you sure? They said it on Raw.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
You sure? Did you know? Are you talking out your ass again, Peter?
I didn't. This is
You hear this? Yeah, man. Fuck that.
Well,
you did it. You did it to yourself.
This actually upsets me. I thought this match was going to be on WrestleMania.
They ain't got time for them.
Yeah. That's just a bummer.
Hey, baby steps, man. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, I think Owens is going to win this this match?
Oh Lord, no.
You think it's gonna be Zayn?
I mean, if they
just talking about baby steps.
How about this? Because I mentioned something about the Intercontinental Championship being put in the over the top battle royal. Let's throw that out. Even Stevens booking, man, right now. I can see this feud going into Over the Limit. So you got Kevin Owens going down in flames, because if this is a network only special, very much like when Kevin Owens defeated John Cena, I see like this is Sami Zayn can get this win. He can get this win. They can go in and say, hey, since I beat you, I get a shot at an Intercontinental belt. They go to WrestleMania. It's Sami Zayn. Kevin.
It says, we'll still show if booked. So it says Sami Zayn. It's not confirmed yet. It says it will still show if booked, but it might happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I see Sami Zayn going over. I see Kevin Owens winning at Mania, and then I see Sami Zayn getting the rub at Over the Limit. If they can wait that fucking long.
Wait, so who's winning at Roadblock?
Zayn.
Zayn's winning at Roadblock.
Zayn's going over.
Well, that's the only match that we disagree with on the whole card. So that our predictions build to that. We're either gonna get a tally or no tally all at the same time, except for that match.
We got a friendly waiver. You got a waiver on this, huh? You got a waiver on this, huh? You want to make it rain?
I'll say this.
Rainmaker. I'm Okada over here, buddy.
I'm gonna say
you want to put a wager on that?
Yeah, one tall boy of High Life.
Oh man, what a cop out! And then my either that and my just like Kevin Owens missing that fucking backflip, or like Charlie Brown missing that fucking football. Whenever I got a fucking wager on getting that fireball, I always lose. I never hit the fucking fireball. I never get it.
Well, with that said, do you think this is the time?
I'm gonna go. Give me I want a Miller Lite. I want a Miller Lite.
And I want to. Yeah, this is.
I want not your father's root beer. How about that? I've raised the stakes.
Those are pretty good. I had one the other day.
Very sugary.
Yeah.
But yes, and watch me win and miss out on my fucking.
Not your father's.
Yeah, my fireball though.
Yeah, well, I mean, Not Your Father's is pretty good as well. It's always good to win. In your heart.
So we're at 122.
Yeah, we did all right.
Sorry guys, this wasn't live this week. We started it a little early. I thought I was going to get home enough to even send out some stuff. We'll do it next week. We'll do it live next week. If we start at 5.
We'll do it live.
Do it live! 5:30. I mean, you think you want to hold out till 5:30 next week to go live to get like a good hour of promotion to get people to possibly tune in?
Sure.
All right. So next week, live, 5:30. Peter Jake Talks Wrestling episode 83.
Look at that, the first live one. That's kind of cool. But you guys got to listen up tomorrow morning for Faster Than the World podcast coming each and every Thursday morning.
Or not.
NXT building, it's going to be good. This one's Joe and Zayn tonight. So I'm in the 2 out of 3 falls. So I'm pretty excited about that match. Back in Full Sail for the tapings.
Damn, man, Zayn's busy.
Oh yeah, he's no spoilers, but he's already on the big NXT show.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's a good knocker.
Yeah,
I know this. This is not. Stop talking like we're not. We're nerds. We know this stuff, Jake.
There might be some people that don't want to.
No, if they're listening to this podcast, 9 times out of 10, they mad because we don't have do spoilers.
Oh wow, sorry. Well, yeah. I mean, so I was thinking he was going to wrestle Owens on the WrestleMania card and then Nakamura in NXT, but yeah, that's cool. I'm stoked for tonight's NXT. Favorite wrestling show of the week.
By the way, I like your shirt today.
Thanks, man. I busted out springtime. It's folded up nice and neat under the in the drawer for a while.
Yeah, he's clean over here. This guy's clean. So, on that note, you got any last words before we go into plugs?
I'm really bummed that if this match happens, it's going to be on Roadblock. Thought it was going to be Mania, so super bummed.
I'm gonna be able to watch Roadblock Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it Sunday morning.
Yeah, I'm watch it Sunday. I mean, I work on Saturday night. I mean,
Same.
It sounds like fun. I think if I wasn't working, I would have watched it live. I mean, it would make for a good like gathering of people to watch.
Yeah, but I got to work. Same. But that's the cool thing about it being on the network and everything. And I guess we're gonna see. I mean, we already hoped that Fastlane was gonna do this, but we would see like maybe the WrestleMania card develop a little more. So let's not hold our breaths, but let's hope for the best.
I still want it to be the drizzling shits. I still want Roman Reigns to go into WrestleMania. I want him to go into fucking, AT&T, Jerry's house, and win the belt. I want to see this. I want to see it happen.
Well, there you go. Do you have any final words?
No. PJTW Central. That's Twitter. Ellen Japanese. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. That's also Snapchat. New Day Podcast Mondays. Peter's Raw Recap live after Raw. Peter and Jake Talks Wrasslin. Peter Talks SmackDown.
Fuck yeah. At JG Pro Wrestling on Twitter. At JG or SoundCloud.com/JG Pro Wrestling. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Shouts to the homies. Thanks for listening. And yeah. Like. Subscribe, like, comment,
enjoy,
share, thumbs up, like, and share. I think there's something else in there I'm missing out on.
A little heart, right?
Yeah, like, comment,
subscribe,
and share. Yeah, that's it.
Friend.
And and also if you're listening on iTunes, you listen to Stitcher, you're listening on SoundCloud, listening to Podbean. Yeah, do all those things too.
Okay.
And we got to an hour and 26.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty awesome. So, yep. See you later, guys. Watch out for those foreign objects.
Hell yeah.
Eat a dick!